Jaiguruji Maharaj, Shukrana Guruji Maharaj, with folded hands and gratitude in my heart, I bow to the lotus feet of our beloved Guruji. With his divine grace and due permission, I would like to start the reading of chapter 6 from the divine book Blessing Ready for Divinity by Commanderuncle. Lesson learnt the hard way. Towards the end of the year 2003, the then India head of a defense MNC decided to retire. This position became open with nearly a dozen candidates shortlisted for the role. I was selected and offered the position. Before I could get the offer letter, another person with the right connections burst into the picture and my candidature was put on hold. For months, the position couldn't be filled for a variety of reasons. Unable to wait any longer, the company reverted to me again towards the end of 2004, wanting to know if I was still interested and available. I was embarrassed and upset at how the whole process had shaped up, but I agreed. The next thing I knew, a close friend of mine landed this position for himself. Months later, he too left and the firm turned to me again. The rigmarole had gone on long enough, but the package was too lucrative to resist, and I said yes. Still, the final offer wasn't sealed. I waited and waited. It had been a long time since this opportunity first came up, but went nowhere. I decided to put the issue before Guruji and secure his blessings. I could not just walk up to Guruji and mention my problem. I could hardly open my mouth in front of him. Even being within proximity to him was an extremely arduous task for me. As always, I approached Singla uncle. I knew he could easily speak to Guruji. I explained the whole issue and uncle agreed. We choreographed the entire sequence, who will stand where, say what, etc. He told me he would approach Guruji only if he would be, to our human minds, in a good mood. Otherwise, we would shelve the plan for another day. We decided that I come early so that we could find Guruji sitting on the cabinet next to the kitchen. When evening came, we both approached Maharaj. I stood there with folded hands while Singla uncle spoke to Maharaj. Guruji looked at me, paused for a while, thought about it and said that I didn't need any job, that I needed to come to him. Tenu job di lod nahi hai, tu mere ko la ja, he spoke. I did not realize the import of that statement then. Looking back, what more could I have asked for than Guruji wanting me to be in his sharan, in his seva? The job would have taken care of itself, but I stood there quietly, neither saying yes nor no. Singla uncle then intervened to suggest I needed the money that would come with the new assignment. Guruji paused for a few seconds, looked at me and said, "Okay, go make money." I was happy that he agreed to the request, but make money was not the blessing I wanted. I was hoping more for something like Kalyan or Eshkar, which meant I could be carefree. Never mind, I didn't say anything in front of Maharaj. I bowed my head, touched his feet and withdrew. The next Monday, I got a call from the company. They wanted to know when I could join. It then struck me that Guruji had been holding me back from taking up that assignment. He let me have it only because I persisted with the request. A few days later, Guruji mentioned to a devotee that he had given this job to me. He mentioned the amount of money I was to receive and everything else related to the job. He also pronounced that he had given Commanderuncle 4 years. My wife and I were not sure if it meant he had given me 4 years of life or given the assignment for 4 years. Maybe that was why he wanted me to be in his seva. When I came to Guruji after taking over the new assignment and bowed in front of him, Guruji said, "Commander, retired फौजी को उसकी घरवाली भी नहीं पूछती. मैंने तेरी 2 लाख की जॉब लगवाई. Commander, even a wife ignores her husband after he retires from the military, but I granted you this job." He was teasing me that though my wife might not listen to me, the loving Guru always did. Everybody seated next to him laughed. Guruji had a tremendous sense of humor. For me, even when he teased me, I knew he was blessing me. What better way to be acknowledged by your Guru with a smile and a laugh? Guruji's prediction went to the back of my mind. I was not conscious that I was on a 4-year clock. Guruji's words have latent power. They came to their own when the time is right. And so they remained at the back of my mind without troubling me. But 2 years later, Guruji took Mahasamadhi. Everything changed. In October of 2009, the 4 years were up, and as if on cue, everything began to get dismantled at the job and in life. So much so that the firm appointed a person who wasn't favorably disposed towards me and wanted me to resign. During this time, my equilibrium was disturbed. I became less confident, absent-minded, and a nervous wreck. I lost my sleep and was not at peace. Amongst other things, this state of mind also reflected in my car driving ability. During the 4th year at this job, I couldn't drive properly. I would ram it into the pillar even as I parked the car. On another occasion, I couldn't control the brakes. My Toyota Corolla got dented in every possible place. The front of the car suffered, the rear broke, and the car looked pathetic. This beautiful Corolla had more scratches than the paint job could take. Life continued in this state of brain fade. The 4 years granted to me had ended. Fearing the worst, my wife had already petitioned Guruji for extension beyond 4 years to allow our youngest daughter to complete her engineering in May 2010. She wanted nothing to happen till Ila completed her BTech course. On May 10, she gave her final exam, and on the 14th, I was out of this company. Divine response to my wife's fervent prayer. Unknown to me at that time, Maharaj had already planned to extend my life beyond these 4 years by accepting me in his seva in 2006. Of course, he, at the same time, also allowed me to endure this suffering to account for my karmic debt, all the while keeping me in his sharan. More on it later. The job was gone, but the suffering continued. A fortnight later, I was in my car driving from Noida to Delhi and pleading to Guruji, Maharaj, I cannot take it anymore. You have to fix it. I don't know how you do it, but please do it. Please let me know that you are really listening to my prayers by showing me a car with a Guruji sticker. I need to see that car. I need to know you listen to me and you care because my world is falling apart. I dearly wanted Guruji to respond and signal it in a specific happenstance. I was taking a turn under a bridge as I was praying with tears rolling down. As soon as my car took the turn, I saw a car with a Guruji sticker on the rear. I looked at it, and to say I was in tears would be an understatement. I was howling like a baby because he had listened to me when I was giving up on life. Thereafter, a sense of relief and happiness came over me. Let whatever has to happen, happen. I don't care now. My life was in Guruji's hands. I was rid of these 4 years that I had insisted on. They were behind me. That very day, I got a brilliant offer from another American company. I was to be its India head. It was a phenomenal job with great compensation. Looking back, I regret approaching Maharaj for this job. I now know better. I should have left it all in the hands of Maharaj. I should have surrendered to him and his will. He had a better plan for me. Because of insisting on my plan, I had to go through a miserable 4 years to end up a wreck. But Guruji pulled me out so quickly that I was back on my feet and soon forgot all about it. That is how loving and caring Guruji Maharaj is for his devotees. What was the lesson learned? Never tell the Guru what you want. Do what you want to do, but leave it to him. Deny yourself the liberty to ask him for anything. Resist the impulse. I still pray and seek resolution of a difficult situation, but there has never been any need to mention a specific solution because I know that Guruji knows about my needs and desires, and how he fulfills them is his problem. I don't even want to know, and I don't need to know. Such fulfillment happens under one condition, that we leave everything to him. How we leave it is our problem. We may not know how to surrender to Guruji, but at least we can take the first step in that direction by not asking. As the Shabad sums it, "Ik takya bharosa tere charna da, hor sabbe dhaiyan dheriyan." Roughly translated, All I have is you, my only support, because all my links with others have been demolished. It's akin to a newly married girl who moves to her in-laws' place in India. She, of necessity, breaks all her previous relationships to step into the new ones. This is what we do when we truly value a relationship. We let it be the only one. Till such time this feeling arises in us, we are only paying lip service to Guruji. Heart of hearts, we have many plans just in case it doesn't work out through Guruji. Always remember, Guruji not only knows what we are saying, but he knows what is going on in our minds. Therefore, such a half-baked effort will be futile. It is either him or nothing. If we want to collect clean water in a vessel, we have to ensure that the vessel is clean to start with. The problem is, most of us cannot clean our bodies and mental vessels because we barely realize that we are, in a sense, dirty. We have dirtied ourselves with asking, denying, competing, fighting, arguing, waging small wars, and losing out on love. The Guru has to cleanse us, and that is why submission and obedience to him are so important. If devotees don't obey, they can never be ready for his blessings. The result of making myself pure is that no matter what I do, good, bad, ugly, I do it with an awareness that Guruji is watching over me. If devotees have that sense of his presence, they can always draw a line between what they should and shouldn't do. It is a reality check that one goes through. Only Guruji knows the level of devotion his Sangat is immersed in. There are devotees who are completely surrendered souls, and there are devotees who are tracking what is happening during a satsang and have their minds set on what they can take from the Guru. Every time they receive something, they look to check what is unfulfilled. There are devotees who are in a state of surrender. There are others who only seek worldly pleasures. They are at opposite ends. There are those who have faith in their Guru and those who just want materialistic things from the Guru. There are the needy and there are the trusting types. Differentiate between them the way you want. There are the ones telling everybody how long they have been coming to Guruji for and how much seva they have done. And then they complain about their pending laundry list. Then there are devotees who say, I don't even know what to ask for. I don't care. For me, I have got my Guru and that's all that matters. He can do whatever he wants to do with me. Between these extremes, there are grades and levels of connections. Everybody is not on the same page and therefore everybody doesn't seem to be getting what they want and their levels of suffering are different. The most important thing is the choice. Do you want to be the person who demands things from Guruji or the person who simply accepts Guruji and asks for nothing? जो संपत्ति शिव रावण ही दीन ही दिए दसमात सोई संपदा विभीषणा ही साकुची दिए रघुनाथ. Translation: whatever Ravana received from Lord Shiva in exchange for his 10 heads, same was bestowed by Lord Ram to Vibhishan hesitatingly. There are two distinct paths. One is procedural. The rewards are process-centric. They depend upon the chosen process and its compliance with varying results. The other is beyond rituals. All it requires is surrender to the divine, to our Guruji. He takes care of the rest. The blessings we thus receive are neither conditional nor performance-centric. We all should somehow find a way to get blessings ready like Vibhishan. It is not something which one can easily maneuver into. We do not become blessings ready through a process because there is no process for surrender to Guruji. It happens. It happens because Guruji wants it to happen. Without his approval, we can't even be in his presence, let alone be blessings ready. Binu Hari Kripa Milehi Nahi Santa. What is that makes us blessings ready? To me, being blessings ready is akin to wholehearted acceptance of the ways of the divine, acceptance of the all-pervasive balance in this world of duality, where equal and opposite forces are and will always be in dynamic play. If the churning of the great sea, Sagar Manthan, produced Amrit capable of making living beings immortal, it had to and did indeed produce the poison capable of destroying all life forms. That is the intricate balance of duality the entire cosmos is made out of. We need positive and negative charges for electricity to flow. However much you may dislike the negative charge, electricity will not flow till both terminals are connected to a load. The positive terminal's voltage is also equal and opposite to the negative terminal's voltage. If you increase the positive charge, the negative charge will also increase proportionally. Similarly, love and hate are bound in balance as are good and bad, or deities and demons if you want to personalize these. If the scale tips too much towards one side, the universal law of balance equalizes it. Be rest assured that somewhere unknown to us, positivity is being built to counter any evolving negativity because both forces have to be equal and opposite. If the balance gets disturbed, Guruji intervenes to restore it. That's the law of the universe. Our happiness and sufferings will also follow the strict law of the spiritual world. The realization and acceptance that one cannot be cast away in favor of the other will make us blessings ready. To my understanding, this is how Lord Shiva, Guruji, conducts the affairs of the universe. If you ask for happiness, sorrow will also show up at your doorstep as per the divine law of balance. If you do not want to be unhappy, stop seeking happiness. If you do not wish to lose anything, simply decide to own nothing. All those who had the pleasure of Maharaj's darshan in physical form also had to endure the pain and suffering of Guruji quitting his physical form. It is as simple as that. Herein lies the difference between Mangne Wala, one who desires, and Manne Wala, one who simply accepts or believes. Those who desire must shuttle between the duality of happiness and sorrow, while those who believe in him are simply happy with the singularity of being one with Guruji. Whatever Guruji decides to bestow upon the believer as blessings is always enough. There is no flip side to simply being one with Guruji. How does one transform from Mangne Wala to Manne Wala? Here is an analogy. Imagine yourself wanting to travel from Mumbai to Chennai. To arrive at Chennai, we must move away from Mumbai. Likewise, we have to move away from being a Mangne Wala start point before we become a Manne Wala destination. So, as soon as we stop asking, we start moving gradually towards believing. And this travel is best done with Maharaj. As one bhajan put it, Guruji has made a ship for us to cross the worldly ocean of suffering. Sade Guru ne jahaj banaya, aao jine paar langana. Get on board, sit back and enjoy the ride with Maharaj on his ship. Make no effort, ask for nothing and expect nothing. Travel with the faith that you are on the right ship and moving towards the right destination. As you travel along, Guruji will turn you into not just a believer but an extension of himself. It is easier said than done, though, but no one said that this journey with the divine is easy. Indeed, the Shabads say that doing the seva as directed by the Guru is a bitter pill to swallow, yet it confers true happiness. Guru Pira ki chakri maha kardi suksar. We may be running out of patience and time. We may even feel justified about our needs. We must try not to give in to the temptation to demand solutions from Maharaj. If we persist with the demands in front of Maharaj, chances are Guruji would give us whatever we want and let us move on with our lives. We may miss the chance of boarding his divine ship. He may not even admit us to his Sangat. Those who love him, regardless of what they get or don't get. This is called unconditional love. The true devotee doesn't love Guruji because he can do things for the devotee. A true devotee just loves him. That is the essential difference. Believers may suffer, yet get on board to travel with Guruji. Those who pursue their desires with Guruji may get what they ask for, but miss the chance to be one with Guruji. I once took a close friend of mine to Guruji. He worked for the government and was overdue for his promotion. It was stuck because someone higher up in the hierarchy was not clearing his file. He wondered if I knew someone who could wield some influence, I offered to take him to Guruji. I promised him that with Guruji's blessings, the promotion would just happen. My friend looked at me with disbelief but agreed to come. It was early December 2006. I introduced him to Guruji and began to explain his situation. Guruji looked at me and said, "Are you his lawyer?" I replied in the negative and stepped back. I should have known better. Guruji never liked middlemen. He doesn't like anybody coming between him and his devotee, no matter who and no matter what. Guruji blessed my friend and asked him to come to Bade Mandir on December 31st, 2006 for the New Year's Eve celebration. Within the next 15 days, the file was cleared and my friend was promoted. After having been truly blessed, he found multiple reasons to not come to Guruji. I let it be because I was sure that Guruji didn't want my friend to connect to him. Guruji holds the key to the mind. Without his will, no devotee can reach his mandir or develop the desire to be with him. They may get their job done, but that could also be the end of their relationship with Guruji Maharaj. My take is this. Those who get their job done quickly and then do not show up again, and I know many of them, they are the ones Guruji doesn't want around him. Their requirements are met and the file is closed. Devotees who happily let Guruji decide on their needs and the timing of their fulfillment are the ones he wants to be with. Guruji may simply like you regardless and want you to come to him. What will Maharaj do? He may keep your request pending till you develop love for him. Let us answer this question again. Imagine we have a choice between having Guruji in our lives along with all the problems versus leading a life without problems and without Guruji. Which one will we choose? Our choice obviously will determine the extent and depth of our relationship. If we want to be with Guruji without seeking anything, if we are ready to put up with every suffering, every pain, as long as we have Guruji in our lives, then we have surrendered. We are in singularity with Guruji. We are his and he is ours. There is nothing that can come between us and Guruji. He will take care and bless us in a way beyond our imagination. In this external world where we have a physical presence, we cannot control who comes into our lives and who exits. We have no say in how they treat us and how we respond to them. But our internal space is entirely ours. No one can enter it unless we want them to. This is where we allow people we love and grant them access to our hearts and souls. Sometimes, out of ignorance or greed, we allow wrong people to step in, wreak havoc and walk away, leaving us shattered. If we leave this internal space exclusively for Guruji, no one else can enter there. There will be just the two of us. There will be a complete lack of chatter, no questions, no answers, pure happiness that can come only with Guruji in our hearts and souls. By keeping it that way, we won't need anyone else. He'll take care of us and ours without us even asking for it. A beautiful song from a Bollywood movie precisely expresses the way I feel now about this cosmic embrace between Guruji Maharaj and me. It goes like this. कुछ ना कहो, कुछ भी ना कहो, क्या कहना है, क्या सुनना है, मुझको पता है, तुमको पता है, समय का ये पल थमसा गया है, और इस पल में कोई नहीं है, बस एक मैं हूँ, बस एक तुम हो. Translation: Don't speak anything, don't say a word. What is there to say? What is there to listen to? This moment is frozen in time and there is no one else in it. It's just me and you. That's exactly how it should be between Guruji and his devotee. May disciples connect with Guruji in this manner, I pray. In this intensity of love, nothing else should be visible. There is no scope for anyone else to be present between Guruji and his devotee when devotional ardor reaches its highest point. To conclude, let me just say that being blessing ready is in itself a journey. It is very personal and unaffected by where others are. How far have I traveled in this journey? I have no clue. But the good news is that Guruji knows. And that is all that matters. With this, I would like to conclude today's session. and would like to invite you to the reading of next chapter from the divine book Blessing Ready for Divinity by Commanderuncle. Now, first and foremost, I would like to seek forgiveness from our beloved Guruji for the mistakes in the narration of this satsang of this chapter. I would also like to seek forgiveness from each and every one of you for the same. Thank you, Guruji, for everything. Thank you each and every one of you.